Hello, my name is Sean Pashley. I am Vice President of Partner Success here at EverWash. Welcome to this month's Advanced Sales Tactics webinar. Today is November 22nd of 2022, and this starts a unique Advanced Sales Tactics webinar for us. It is the start of a four-part series. Today's going to be pretty quick, hopefully 15 to 20 minutes max. It is the first of the four parts. Parts 2, 3, and 4 will come up before the end of this year, and they will be posted on YouTube. And at the end of the video, I will show you where to find those. YouTube.com/EverWash is a great place that houses all of our training videos. Even videos like this that we do on a monthly basis, we record those and post those later to YouTube. So you may be watching this on YouTube right now, or like Jordan, who is joining me from South Dakota, you could be watching this live, and some others that may jump in. So let's get started. Pretty cool new idea that we're trying today, which is the EverWash Success four-part series. This is part 1, and it is all about ambassadorship. Probably my favorite word, because it is the ante into the game. And if you're not familiar with cards, which most people are, the ante in is the basic. You got to ante in to be in the game, right? The basic ante in might be, a poker chip or however many poker chips. You can't get into the game without the ante, right? It's the basic. Later in the game, a lot of other things come. There's more chips, and you got to call, and you got to add more. I'm not really familiar with cards, so I'm just saying terms that I have no idea what they mean. But later in the game, more things come and more things happen and more chips hit the table. But let's start with the basics. And the basic here, and I'm talking about at the car wash, I'm talking about for membership, I'm talking about anything. It's ambassadorship. We have gotten so far away from customer service that we only have to try a little bit, and we can create what's called Raving Fans. Raving Fans is one of my favorite books, and what Raving Fans tells us, and it's a quick read should you ever want to read it, it tells us that we have destroyed service to such a level that it actually works for those of us who care even a little bit. Because service used to mean a lot more, and now it means something small. I always use this example. I was born and raised in Philadelphia. When I was a kid, there actually I was a baby. I think I was in my mom's womb or just out, and she needed medicine or I needed medicine. If I was either a newborn or I wasn't born yet, and there was a snowstorm. My father was trapped at the factory that he worked at because it was a blizzard. He couldn't get out, so he was there for overnight. And my mother got really sick and she needed medicine. So there used to be this pharmacy in Philadelphia called Shelley's. The owner, Shelley, walked 6-7 miles in the snow to get my mom medicine, right? To him, the owner of a pharmacy back then, that was service. Customer service then meant they're your customers, you're loyal to them, you take care of them, and that was just it. There was no question in his mind that my mother or I was sick and we needed medicine. That is what customer service meant to him. Think about that now, right? If you walk into a CVS or a Walgreens now, and somebody genuinely asks you how you're doing and waits for you to answer, you're surprised, right? Wow, that's great service. That young lady asked me how I was doing and genuinely cared, right? Maybe she engaged in conversation. Oh, I see you're buying cold medicine. Are you okay? I hope everything's all right. I hope you feel better. Wow, that's great service. Think of how far that's come, right? And that could be anything. A convenience store where you used to go in and they maybe at a convenience store with gas, they used to come out and clean your windshield and check your fluids for you just because they were loyal to you, the customer. Now you're loyal to the convenience store, right? You're loyal to them. And if they go out of your way and ask you how you're doing or talk about your day, that's impressive. So although that's bad for us in general, that customer service has slumped to a ridiculous place, it is good for those of us in business who want to try even a little bit, right? So The first step on the way there in raving fan service, there's 3 steps, and we're going to sort of hit those. I'm going to take those 3 steps from raving fans and incorporate those into what they would mean if we turn them into raving fans for car washes. Okay. Pardon me. I think I have the sniffles. All right. Ambassadorship is literally the first thing. First, represent the car wash and provide amazing service to your customers. Even if they say no to membership, they're all just future members, right? And if they're not future members, they're future customers, they're current customers. They're loyal to you. Let's be loyal to them. And we're loyal to them by doing ambassador-like things. And I'm going to go into what those ambassador-like things are in this presentation. What are ambassadors? If you think, if you were going to be an ambassador for your car wash, what are the things, the traits that would make you an ambassador? Well, you'd provide exceptional service with a smile, right? Even on those rough days, even when you don't feel like it. Because again, you're being loyal to them, and being loyal to the consumer means sometimes pretending when you're not exactly having a great day, right? Dress the part. Even if there's not a uniform, which, boy, I sure hope there is. Even if there's not necessarily a uniform, what's your uniform? How are you going to present yourself during the day? Are you going to wear old clothes that are stained because it's just a job? It's just a car wash, right? Again, we talk about the old, what service used to mean, what service is now. It could mean that you just throw on dirty stained shirts so you don't ruin your clothes, or it could mean you care a little bit and you present yourself well, or do your hair, or have the hat that looks presentable, or maybe says the company logo on it. If you don't have uniforms, I really think you should talk to the owner about them. In any case, $10 for a t-shirt. EverWash has a t-shirt company that will make you shirts for $10 a piece. We already have logos, we already have design situated. It will ask you about membership on the front, the company logo will go on the back. And then if it were me in Philadelphia, I would wear those t-shirts and I'd want my whole team to be in Eagles hats. Not after the game 2 weeks ago against the Washington Commanders, but after this last game, all my team would be in Eagles hats or Phillies hats or something like that. Even if they match, hey guys, wear whatever hat you want as long as it's a Philadelphia sports hat, whatever it is. But anyway, so for $10 a t-shirt, you can look the part, and not look slovenly, right? Body language says a lot, really. I think that even when you're busy, and I'll give you the example of a bartender. The person that is greeting people at the car wash, very much like the bartender, you've had a long day, you just can't wait to go and grab a drink, hang out with your friends, and the bartender's super busy. What's the difference between that busy bartender who ignores you for 3 minutes and you're like, excuse, or the bartender who immediately says, hey, how are you? I'm a little bit busy. I'll be right with you. Or in our case, you're very busy. You're helping a customer with an issue they're having or something. You look at the car behind them, give them a wave. They know you're busy. They understand it. That's your greeting. The eye contact, the hi, how are you? They're greeted. Let's get them greeted. Say hello, welcome. And you can do that with body language, right? Body language says a million things. If you're unhappy looking, if you're walking aggressively towards the car, soften up a bit. You can run around. You can be incredibly busy, right? But soften it up in that 3 feet from the car, as I say. Find a way to infuse your passions into what you do. That's really important, or you're never going to like doing it. Although I sort of head wash level sales for this company, I'm not a huge fan of sales. I never was. I think I am now, I guess, but I wasn't, especially at the beginning. But what I was a fan of, or am a fan of, is cars and people. So being able to talk to a bunch of people about their cars is really cool to me. And then hey, this is a brand new 2022 Yukon. Hey, look, that engine's going to last forever. You need membership to make sure the body lasts as long as that, right? Or, a 1985 Ford Tempo that might be that person's biggest expense of their life, right? They'll never own a house. They'll be a house renter because maybe they never make enough money for a house. So that car is their biggest investment, right? So I could talk to them about that. And hey, this is You know, hey, this is a Toyota, right? You know that engine's going to last forever. You want the body to match that. I've got car wash insurance for you. We're going to make sure that that finish stays intact. So find a way to infuse your passions and you know, otherwise an 8-hour shift at a car wash is a lot, right? An 8-hour shift anywhere is a lot if you're not enjoying what you're doing. So find the things you enjoy. I love making fun of people. I love it. I love being self-deprecating. I love cutting it up with the people that I'm working with and the customers that come in. Maybe those are the things you enjoy. Understand and know your customers, right? What do they want, right? The customer in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, I'm sorry, the town just out of Sioux Falls. Those customers are very different from the customers in New York or Philadelphia or California, right? So you know your customers. So all these training things that we're doing with you, or all these things you learn, you've got to take those and make that square peg, you know, round out those edges so it fits in the circular hole that is your car wash area. And knowing your customers is a way to really bring those things together. What do they want, right? If you have customers that keep coming up asking you for ceramic wax, but you don't have ceramic wax, that's important, right? If you have customers that never buy the top package, maybe the top package is priced too high. Learn those things about your customer and make those recommendations to the owner or the manager if you are not indeed the owner or the manager. Deliver on the expected outcome. It seems pretty funny. Maybe what's the outcome of a car wash? A clean car. Is that it? You know, we know that the outcome would be great if they had a good experience. You know, for me, the outcome is I like shiny tires. So I don't care about anything else. The car, you know, maybe there's a little bird poo left on the bumper, but as long as my tires are shiny, I'm pretty dumb. I'm good. My shiny tire good. Me drive away. Right. But what are your customers' expectations, right? And deliver on those. And if you can't, if you're not washing cars, if something's consistently happened, that's a problem. You've got to bring it to the attention of ownership, leadership, or do it yourself to make the problem, to fix the problem, right? And again, I haven't even talked about members yet. We're talking about customers here, right? Because customers are the ones that become members, and you know, customers getting a great experience brings more customers. And then that's when I can talk to you about converting those more people into members, right? But it starts with the customer. So deliver on the expected outcome, be honest and consistent, right? I've been to car washes where some SUVs, they charge a little bit more, some they don't. Be consistent, right? You know, hey, if we're going to charge that, that's what we charge, right? Our friends are going to pay that. They understand that this is a car wash, this is a business, this is what we charge. Or don't charge it if you don't have to, but be very clear and honest and on brand with your messaging. Address issues and concerns, right? Hey, last time I was here, I didn't, you know, I wasn't happy with the car wash. All right, well, I'll tell you what, I want to make sure that you get a great car wash. Thanks for coming back, firstly. Like, it means a lot that you came back here after you had a bad experience. Can you just drive back around when you're done and let's check it together and make sure that it's up to your standard. I also think that a lot of people think that the $5 package at your car wash should be called the Harry Potter wash, right? That it's somehow magical, that $5 is going to lead to this pristine, clean automobile. So setting the right expectation too, like, hey, my car's never shiny when I clean it. Well, you never get the wax on your car, sir, ma'am. So let me set the right expectation of what's going to happen when your car comes out, right? You know, you opt to not get the top package where we dry your car, towel dry your car. So understand there are going to be some drips on your car. You know, we do give away, you know, I can give you a towel or something if you like. You can do it yourself. Set the right expectations and then address their issues and concerns right away. You don't want to leave things till next time. Hey, next time come back and I'll do this. Or next time, let's just take care of it now. How do I take care of it now? Not kick it off to the next guy. Always make it right. You know, really ties into the previous one. Always make it right. And I like to ask people, how do I make this right for you? Right? You know, most people aren't looking for free. They're not looking for free. They're looking to go back through. But even if they go back through and your car wash is having an issue and it's not going to get the bird poo off the very corner of the bumper, that's not going to solve their problem putting them through a second time. How about, hey, how can I make this right for you? Well, I just want somebody to get that bird poo off the corner. Okay, great. Towel, got the bird poo off. Does that look good? Did we get it? I'm going to look into the machine of why that didn't work, but did this fix this for you? We good? Great. I'll see you next time. Thanks for the opportunity, right? Always make it right. And then lastly, a big part of the raving fan, step 3, is give that little extra. We call it +1 in French cuisine. We call it a lagniappe, that little something extra that makes them want to come back. And what is that? I don't know, man. I think service is enough of that little extra. Hey, next time you come back, let me know, and I'm going to do this or do that. Or hey, I noticed that your wheels are especially dirty. Give me 2 minutes. I'm gonna run and get this tire cleaner sample that we have and hook you up. Or hey, we just got some samples in. Try that. I think you're gonna, or whatever you can to provide that little bit extra, right? Because what if the car wash down the street decided all of a sudden that they're gonna start caring about service as well? What's going to separate you from them, right? What's going to create that buy-in to you and your car wash? So think about those little extra things. Those packets cost almost nothing. Pointing out something that's wrong and helping them. Hey, did you know, I see that dent in the back. Did you know that there's a Mako down the street that we work with that does good work? Whatever it is, try and provide that one little extra thing as much as you can, as often as you can. Excuse me. And then taking ambassadorship and turning it into ambassador sales, right? So taking off the ambassador hat of just being the great customer service person, taking that credit that you just built over time. Maybe it took a while, maybe it was immediate because you're handsome and funny, right? Unlike me, and use it, right? How do we do that? So as Uncle Ben said, with great power comes great responsibility. So now you've got this power, right? You've built this credibility with your customer by being an ambassador, by doing things right, being the car wash and the employee or manager, owner of that car wash that people can depend on and trust because you do the right thing even when no one's looking. Use that credibility to your advantage, right? Never abuse it, right? With great power comes great responsibility. You can't abuse it. So don't lie to people, right? If you built up this credit, you say, hey, I just want to make some extra money this month. It's Christmas time. I'm going to sell this person every add-on I can and make some extra money. That's not the right thing to do. Number 3, never force a sale. Whether it's an existing customer, a new customer, don't force it. I think a lot of times people don't really understand. They came to a car wash to get this thing known as a car wash. They didn't come to a car wash expecting to be sold a Netflix membership, right? And then they come in and we say, hey, you know what, for the cost of 2 car washes, blah, blah, blah. And it's not clicking in their mind. They're thinking about the six-month-old baby they have at home. They've got to go and get milk. They're going to get some Pedialyte. They've got Christmas coming up. They're hosting Thanksgiving at their house. These are the things going through my head today, right? When I went to the CVS to get Pedialyte for my son. And if somebody had offered me a CVS card at that point, I probably wouldn't even have been listening, right? So understand, don't force it. Next time they come, give them the rack card. Thanks for coming in. I really appreciate it. Thanks for choosing us. If you change your mind, here's a rack card. There's my promo code. Thanks and have a great day. And then eventually they're going to get it, right? And if they're not, that's okay, right? Because we don't need to force it. There's enough people who understand what a great product this is at a great price that we don't need to force it. Be genuine and be honest, right? Don't lie. The first thing that can get us all caught out is somebody says, oh, is this recurring? This isn't recurring, is it? No, you're good. You can cancel anytime. I saw somebody do that. I was at a car wash last week and I heard a customer say, hey, this isn't recurring, right? The guy said, only if you want it to be. And I had to go and stop the guy and said, sir, I'm sorry. I think he misunderstood the question. This is recurring. You can stop it, right? There's a big difference between this is recurring, right? Only if you stop it, right? And this is recurring unless you stop it. One is really a shady and unprofessional and unethical and immoral way to do something. So be genuine, be honest. Trust me, it's a good enough product. We don't need to lie about it. Be yourself, right? I tell everybody I wash my car once a week. That's enough for me to keep my car clean and protected. I get it hand waxed once every 6 months. To me, that is the secret sauce to keeping a finish looking good. I have a 2014 car. The finish looks great. And that's the way I do it. So I'm honest about that. Being yourself, being honest, those things tie in. And enjoy the dopamine. Kind of funny thing to say, right? But you get a dopamine rush when you sell a membership. Easy, right? Like, woo, got one, right? The customer also gets a dopamine hit when they buy a membership. They're like, whoa, get to wash my car every day. Awesome. But they also get a dopamine hit every time they wash their car. When people wash their car, they're like, they feel great. They're doing something they know has a positive impact on their asset, right? So enjoy that. Let it flow. Less than a month ago, a couple weeks ago, actually, somebody said something to me that really made my jaw drop. I was at a car wash where one of their heaviest users, a member who washed every day, even when it was raining, drove up. And they were, oh, this guy, he washes every day, even when it's raining. So I just, wanted to find out some more. So he came in. I said, sir, hey, how you doing? I understand you wash here a lot. Thanks for enjoying the app. He said, yes, I'm really enjoying the app. As a matter of fact, during COVID, I really suffer from depression. My significant other and I had broken up, and I was really in a bad way. And I needed to get out. And one day I decided to wash my car, and I got this membership. And since then, I've been coming nearly every day. And there's been really tough days where it got me out of bed. And then I was able to go and do other things and run errands and do chores. He said, so it's been really cool to me. And I do stuff with my car. I take care of it. And it's really been a life changer for me. I literally picked my jaw up off the floor and was like, wow, that's maybe the coolest thing I've ever heard. So is what we're doing brain science? Is it brain surgery? Is it rocket science? No. But there's a lot of dopamine involved. Enjoy it. Sell, have fun, give high fives, give the customer high fives. Enjoy it, man. It's a lot of fun, right? I think it could really break up the monotony of an 8-hour day. What are an ambassador's tools? An ambassador's tools are the rack card and a smile, all the things we've been talking about, right? So you've got to have the rack cards with you. You've got to have your promo code written on 50 of them in your back pocket. You do not want the customer looking behind you at a menu. You don't want them up ahead of you looking at a menu. You want to call them to you. You want them in your triangle. Hi, how are you? It's great to see you. Weren't you here last week? You look familiar. Anyway, what car wash would you like? So now I've got your attention right here, and in my triangle here, I've got your attention, and I'm able to pitch you with my tool. Oh, great. Hey, do you know for less than the cost of 2 of those, you can wash your car with that package every day for an entire month? Not just this month, but until December 22nd. Pause. Cool, right? Oh, no, you don't live around here? Well, hey, thanks for coming. And if you ever do decide on your way to and from work or wherever you're going that you want to sign up, there's my promo code. Thanks. Have a great day. Thanks for washing with us. Great. Future customer. Maybe they're on their way to work and they decide that they love you enough to go out of their way, right? So the rack card is an incredibly valuable tool, and a smile and great interaction is as important or even more important than the rack card. These things that we've talked about all come together to help us sell membership to customers. What's next? Well, this is pretty much the end of this first of our series of 4 EverWash Success videos. So we continue our 4-part series next with number 2, the pitch, the sale. That will be available within 2 weeks on YouTube, and I'll show you how to do that. After that, in middle of December, number 3 will be conversion and the app, where we talk about how to track your conversions and track your batting average, and make sure that you're quick inside of the app to get those customers taken care of within 30 seconds and on their way. And lastly, in part 4, we will explore post-sale. A lot of things to do post-sale with existing members and even customers, things that we can do every time a member comes in to keep them as a member, right? Our average member across the country is about 8 months. The average EverWash member is over a year. What's the difference? The difference is hopefully that we're providing a better level of service through training. So we're going to explore, we're going to continue to explore those in our 4-part series here. You can catch this 4-part series and all of our great training videos at www.youtube.com/EverWash. If you can't remember that, just go to YouTube, in the search box, put in EverWash. It will bring you to a list of all of our videos. Remember, there are every other Wednesday. Tomorrow is Wednesday, November 23rd. At 1 p.m. Eastern time, there is a training webinar for new attendants who need to learn the app, learn how to sell, learn the basics. That is half an hour to 45 minutes every other Wednesday. So do the math whenever you're watching this video. think about, go look at the calendar on November 23rd of 2022 and calculate every 2 weeks out, or simply read your email, the same email that you use on the app. And we send you on a monthly basis when those videos and webinars are going to be recorded, as well as the Monday before we send those out. So keep an eye on those. If you have any issues, my name is Sean. My email is sean@everwash.com. That is SEAN @everwash.com. You can always reach out to me again. And as always, if you're struggling, if you feel like you can't get there and you need a little more help, always reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to spend some time with you. Thanks for the time. Jordan, do you have any questions? How was it? Did you get anything out of it?
Yeah, man. I liked all the information.
Great.
I'm looking forward to tomorrow at 1, kind of get that started and going here.
Great. Great. Well, I'll circle back with you and Chad and check in on you guys in, probably next week or so. So thanks for hanging out, Jordan.
Yeah, appreciate
I look forward to working with you. Hey, happy Thanksgiving.
Awesome.
And we'll
see
you
you
soon.
as well. Take care,
Right.
Sean.
You too. See ya.
Bye.